Welcome, everybody. Welcome to BeoTalk number 370.
Yeah,
I hope everybody's doing all right. Oh, I forgot to get the shilling windows up. I'll do that right now.
it's only our 370th time.
Yeah, I was looking at other stuff. Uh, uh, if you don't like YouTube
More
for
ammo
some,
or more guns? Or both.
actually, I was looking at a larger safe.
There you go.
uh,
Um,
uh, uh, uh,
anyways,
hope everybody's doing well. Dead air filling.
they're filling the skinny play or Tigrino first. Who's first? Who's first?
We'll go with skinny play.
There we go. Let's dress up the skinny play. Are we gonna have
Go.
a proper window or we're gonna be all up on the main screen? Ooh,
It's fine again, weirdly.
right on.
So go buy something at Skinny Play. Use the promo code for 10% off. Always good stuff. Then go to our friends at Tigrino. Buy Christmas covers with angry cats. Also, use the promo code. Also get 10% off. They're also both in the description. Buy Willie a coffee if you haven't done that yet already, because he's thirsty.
I'm thirsty for some coffee.
And if you haven't yet already, come join our Discord. Many people that keep an eye
there's a
out
lots of going on. There's lots going on, especially when I don't have time to like look into it for a couple days, and it's a lot of scrolling. People are definitely very active on them discords.
Yeah, always something's going on, which is a nice thing, really.
Too bad nothing's going on here. We haven't. I don't know if they received the freaking premiere yet because it was lost in the UPS shipment. For now, second week. Yeah, so hope it wasn't on the plane.
Yeah, we had Thanksgiving and then Black Friday, and I guess that's
it was
still going
surprisingly
on.
dead on Black Friday.
Yeah, same here. It was quiet.
It's really weird. No riots, no nothing.
Maybe this is ultra Floridian or something, but the only thing that was really busy because I needed to buy something was the fucking gun store.
It's funny.
Like I didn't actually go there for that. I went because it's a store that sells just about everything, right? Including like I needed some Loctite and a tool, and I walk in and it's like, holy shit, I've never seen it so busy. Like everybody's just there for guns.
It's weird, but yeah, here there's no action really. I think people just resort to just buying it online more than anything nowadays. I don't know. Even B&O, I guess there's more online sales than they are in person, I guess, in the shop. I got an email that was like a 30% off on selected items, which is probably like the cash and carry stuff. Like the Explorer, I believe, was on sale. I forget what was in the email. I don't know if I deleted it or not. Let's pull it up and see. Oh, it's gone. Yeah. I have way too many things. So, yeah, there's a couple exclusive offers, but I don't know. I guess I'm capped off with B&O for now. I don't know what else to get, or I need to get really. I don't have any more room for anything else. And with the imminent move at some point to Florida, then that's just more boxes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw, was it probably in Europe somewhere, balance was for like 2,200 or something like that. Somebody posted that on the Discord, which is like, wow, that's actually a good price again.
Just the regular oak?
Yeah. I mean, the regular is the black one, so I guess the oak is the better one, but...
Interesting. Yeah, balance sounds great, but I just don't like the shape of it. I guess that's B&O for you, right?
Yeah, but if people are out there buying the Premiere or ordering it, right, like it's a good pairing.
Oh, 100%. 100%, even as fronts or rears.
mean, the people that bought them in the hopes of DPL becoming a thing got a massive deal at the time.
Yes.
I mean, I know of at least one person that did that.
To bought a couple balances for a surround.
Yeah. I mean, he bought them like
It's
a
just
year ago.
yeah. Even 2 years ago, it's awesome deal. I
Yeah.
remember when I've had one in when I first moved to Montreal, I borrowed one from the shop in the just to listen to it in the Airbnb that I was in, and that thing could throw down, and nicely enough that it doesn't vibrate, right? Because the two woofers cancel one another.
Yeah.
What's this?
I guess we do it this way.
The
Mr.
premiere with the
Robertson,
dog.
Andrew.
Nice. Yeah, but it's kind of protruding towards his TV, no?
Yeah, but he also has like a 100-inch TV behind it.
Oh. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I want to hear it. I haven't had a chance, obviously, because we don't have one in Montreal yet. So once it shows up, I'm gonna go and visit the store and take a peek and listen. I still do feel I like it more with the cloth than the wood grills. It doesn't give me that heater fan look.
I'll have to look at it in real life. It's too hard on pictures.
Yes. I also wonder if the Greeno would make some magic with the grills.
Give them time and
I'm sure.
request it, and they might very well might.
I'm still on the fence with mine, but right now the funds have been allocated to a timing chain in my car.
Yeah,
it's necessary, so it's happening.
It's one of those things. Being in the US, right, for the first time in my life, I'm like very behind the curve on seeing things in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And though I really like it, I'm not purchasing without seeing or at least hearing it properly. Also, like where am I? Like I can put it in the bedroom, but then I have a full surround in the bedroom, which is awesome. But like, I was literally just yesterday thinking, like, when was the last time I actually watched anything in my bedroom?
I watched it quite a bit when I was with Maria here. Now it's not so much, but I still every now and then. Yesterday I was pretty hurting because we had a Christmas party on Friday and getting home. Bro, I got home at 3:30 in the morning, and at 10:15 the fire alarm went off in the building. I was not ready for that. I'm like, you know what? I'll burn up in this bitch. I'm not moving. So I stayed through. Somebody, I don't know, forgot how the stove works on second floor, and they set the fire in the kitchen. I guess I don't know what happened. But yeah, I laid in my bed yesterday for a while, and I listened to a bunch of Deezers through the Avant. By the way, there's a new software update that just came out very recently for the BeoSound 1 ASC platform.
Huh. Was it just security or
improvements to Google Assistant and whatever, which I don't use because that's not part of my software pack, right? I have the Gen 1.
Yeah.
But it installed it. It was very quick comparatively to the recent last software update where they enabled the title and all that. There was a way more, I guess, packages to be dumped into the BeoSound 1 than this time around. But I don't know. I don't have issues with it. I don't really use it, but it is a music source for the Avant. So when I listen to stuff in the bedroom, I listen to it from the BeoSound 1 as the lead speaker, or source speaker rather. So, but yeah, that True Image does pretty good magic, even with just the Avant and 2 lap 4s with the 19 in the bedroom. So,
well, yeah, I mean, I found out that I think last time I watched anything in the bedroom was July. So I'm sort of going like, do I really want to purchase this? Yes. Is it like
maybe you'll watch more? But does Megan watch? She consumes more TV in the bedroom than you do, right?
She used to.
Okay, so she's not anymore.
Well,
Things change, I guess.
on occasion, but
there's shit to do still around the house.
Yeah. Also, it used to be like every other night, and now it's like maybe once a week, maybe.
Hmm.
right? Like,
That's why it's worth it. So you can just have a graceful experience when you do it.
yeah, but I'm sort of going, do I want to spend $7,000 for that? I mean,
Yeah.
it's to the point where like I'm more often sitting outside listening to music than even watching anything in the main living room, right? And it's like,
No, because it's beautiful outside.
yeah. So even like I'm sort of feeling like I'm so underusing the living room. Like,
Same here with my 90s. I other than I guess yesterday for the whole day that I sat there and listened to them and played music and whatever. I don't spend much time with them. The master speaker does more time as they switch to the theater than anything else. And I use the theater for like the YouTubes and whatever. Like I don't really need the 90s to play with it at this point of time. But when we watch a movie, if, there's not really much movies to watch anymore because they're all garbage in a way. And when we used to do that, it was in the bedroom to pass out because there's really not, there's not much room to cuddle on that Eames chair. That's two people. So it was always in the bedroom. But I don't really watch movies anymore. So, and there's not much content that is in surround for YouTube as far as like the streamers go, right? Especially like content like ours.
no.
What the fuck are we gonna do with the Atmos? The voice of God from the top, or I don't know what you want to do. But,
Yeah, we're also just running into a time issue, right? Like, I mean, once you're done with work and having eaten and stuff like that, and our cats like to sit outside, by the time you're back inside with everybody and cats and that sort of thing, it's 8:39-ish. So if you then start any sort of film, like the shittier ones are 2 hours, right? But you're gonna like stop for a drink or I don't know, a smoke or so. Like, do you really want to be done at like 11:30 every day?
Yeah, but that's when I usually go to bed around 11:30 midnight.
Yeah, I mean, I can stay up late too, but even so, right? It's sort of like, I mean,
No,
yes,
lately, like with the Apple Store, I get pretty beaten the hell out of as far as the workload is concerned because it's a final push. So yeah, it's a lot of laughs. It's a lot of laughs.
I mean, we did watch Inglorious Bastards again on Thanksgiving.
Nice. Happy belated Thanksgiving, by the way.
Yeah, which was it's a film, right?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, but nowadays when I watch movies, they're not even that well mixed soundtrack wise. You know what I mean? It's overall poor production quality, I find.
Yes, that's definitely a thing. Yeah, I mean, God, probably the best era for films in that sense is, I don't know, the early to mid 90s to like 2010 or so.
Yeah, that was it.
I mean, there's great
That ends, I
movies.
think, for me, it ends with like the Transformers, the first part. That was still
Yeah,
cool. Then they just milked the shit out of it. Deepwater Horizon was great, but that was like 2013, I believe, right?
yeah.
When that came out.
I mean, there's good movies before, but the audio is kind of sucky generally.
Yeah, it's yeah. Unless you watch like I bought the remastered Blu-ray of Terminator 1, right? And they remastered the audio. It just doesn't match the look of the movie. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it's like this is just too crisp and clean for how well, like I know what it's supposed to sound like, right? And it's just I think it affects the nostalgic feel of that movie, in my opinion.
I mean, I'm thinking now the only or one of the few like good audio things before the mid 90s are either Disney movies
Yeah,
or Top Gun, the original one.
original Top Gun was good. Wally was actually very nicely done as far as the surround is concerned.
Yeah, but that's similar time frame. Well,
Yeah.
that came out.
Wally is like I think 2014, 2013, around there. We're old, by the way.
2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008. 2008.
Okay, that's when I bought the Wally Lego set when I was in Denmark for the second time. So in 2016, I believe I bought it
Yeah.
because I went to what's it called? I
June
went to the
27th,
Legoland.
2008, it came out. Again, it's a Disney movie. Disney generally does audio decently.
Hmm. But
And it's only an hour 38. Wow, that's
hmm
actually shorter than I thought it was.
yeah, but it's a good movie. Also, Sausage Party has a good soundtrack. It's definitely not for kids, but it is one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time.
I'm gonna have to rewatch Wally.
Yeah, Wally is good, man. I bought the Eva and Wally Lego set that came out not too long ago.
Is anybody in the chat a Wally aficionado?
I got both Lego sets from the first one, and I always wanted to get the Eva, but they never really made the set, and now it's finally here 10 years later. So I'm gonna put it together sometime over Christmas. Well, once I come back, because I'm not taking it to Florida.
Oh, some people did buy Black Friday stuff. For the people that did buy something, what did you buy?
Hmm.
And if you don't mind spilling the beans, how much did you pay for it?
What was the deals? I wonder
I mean,
if it's mostly Amazon people or I'm gonna whore out the Home Depot because they got some serious sales of Milwaukee stuff, and I'm debating to buy the rolling toolbox to amalgamate my two toolbox that I have into one.
you know, if you buy a truck, right, you have brackets that you can install in the bed and that you can clip
I
on.
know, but I don't want the fucking van right now. I have a van, but it's I just need something that
No,
I
not
need
a
to
van,
condense
a
it a little
truck.
bit. I don't want a truck.
And then you can have your Milwaukee stuff in the back plus your 90s.
I would get a van, bro. I would if I were to do it, I would get a Sprinter van that I could stand upright in. That's what that would be my main priority or criteria because all the smaller shit when you got a hunch over, that's the worst. And yeah, then you can fit a lot of stuff in it. But yeah, I would do the clip-on shit on everything.
Milwaukee tool everywhere.
Fuck, man, and they're expensive though. Like the drawer packages are expensive. They're $300-400, man, Canadian,
Yeah.
I guess. But you buy it for life, I guess.
Serial killer van.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That's it.
I guess you can stash some bodies in the Sprinter van.
Oh
Drive
yeah,
them
the
out to the
Sprinter van has
desert.
a lot of room. Sprinter has a lot of room, but even that met its limitations the other day when we had to take and transport the blinds to the project that we're doing on St. Regis or whatever. It's too long for the shades, but they weren't as long as the Apple Store ones. Apple Store ones were those definitely took the cake and crown so far from the longest shades I've ever installed. So,
I mean, if you're just moving, I don't know, something the size of 90s, you don't really need a huge van.
mm-mm.
Like Ford makes these sort of escort vans, right? Like, and I've never measured the inside, but it seems like it would fit. And they're the size of, I don't know, an SUV or something, but the roof is
See, like
quite high.
in a Ford Transit, you can put a 77-inch TV crosswise, right? But then you
Yeah.
suffer with tools and stuff. That's the max placement. But the Transits are no longer made anymore, so it's a little smaller than a Metris, I guess, for European sizing. Metris is a little bit bigger because if you get the longer version of the Metris, right, then it's a different story. But I guess what is it like? Canada Post uses Transits a lot, but it's a good truck. I like that.
The transits are still a thing in Europe for sure.
They stopped importing them or making them for North America because of the dwindling interest, I guess, from what the research I've done to it. Because that was my Quebec soundtrack, and I really liked it. Fuck, you can fit a whole bunch of stuff into it, and it's Ford, right? So it kind of drives good, and it's easy to fix when it does break.
See this I see this here quite often. These sort of
That's exactly what I used to drive.
But these are the escort versions, or the Transit Connect, or I guess you call it, or whatever. But the real transit vans are like way bigger.
Yeah, this one's good. Like I used to have, because both doors would open,
Hmm.
so I would have tools on each side of the thing, so I knew what side to open the doors on what to get stuff, which helps. But it was a non-crawler in, right? It was because small. It
Let's
kind of
see.
sucked to root around it when it was when you had to root around it for stuff. But I usually keep my things organized enough that it's just you gotta move the bins. Did Grace's go on sale? Probably not.
No, this is the US site, I think. Yes. So you have 11s on sale, the HXs, the H95s,
Hmm.
which is now more or less at where it launched at again with this discount. You have an Emerge, $200. Not too bad. A5 is 1155, which is quite good for an A5 actually.
Hmm.
Uh, Rutuk, or however you say that. Willie, how's your headphones? 90s and other light fabric Bang & Olufsen. Any fading, darkening, or yellowing? The light colors always sound a bit risky.
Hmm. Well, it's a good question. For the '90s, they are now 10 years old, more or less.
Yes.
And the fabric, the only yellowing that I see, it's more or less on the inside of the where the rod is and the glue, because it's glue. But it's holding right. From far you can't really tell that there is any yellowing or any imperfections on it. I don't have any, holes in fabric and anything. But thankfully, the cat wasn't an asshole and never really fucked them up, which is I'm very grateful for that. With the headphones, quite honestly, like most of the leather products that I own, I clean with Audi Leather Care. I use it on the Eames chair and I use it on the headphones as well, and it works fucking miracles. And it's a two-step process, right? Where you first run the cleaner through the leather, and then you run the polishing, whatever the little white cream is. It smells nice, but it definitely takes off everything. And yeah, I don't have any discoloration on them, as you can see. It's just I don't know. With the
Do you have any
speakers, I
discoloration in the
on
headband?
the headband a little bit. Yeah, it goes a little bit browner. Just that's where all my knowledge seeps into the band. But for the speakers or any other leather products, I well, for the speakers specifically, I have a designated a vacuum brush, right, as all the '90s owners do more or less, and then that's what I run only. And now that I bought the little new Milwaukee blower, I fucking run it through that, so it definitely moves all the air from the drivers out without me dicking around with the fabric grills because they're not fun to take off or put on. But for the white ones and any color, in my opinion, you should be using gloves. I use gloves religiously for everything. So, uh, I've worked with gloves long enough that I have pretty good dexterity with them, and I know which gloves to buy. So, like the theater back screws, which are a little small, I can still grab them with the gloves on, and I don't have issues. And I don't mark shit up. There's no oil marks or whatever, because I've seen that when guys went for lunch and had a fucking greasy chicken meal, and then they put together the theater, and the wings are all just grubbied up and shit. And I hate that. Like my side of the things is never has never fingerprints on it.
So you're not KFC and then
That's it. That's it. Just into my hair to work it in properly.
too
But
cheap to
no,
buy
like
gel, just
yeah,
KFC.
exactly. Fucking hell. So yeah, that's how I work with most of it. But yeah, for everything else, I haven't done it for now a few years. I would say 4 or 5 years to oil the 18s. But I somewhat don't feel the need because there's really very little sunlight that ever hits them.
I've never done these ever.
But the walnut ones, they do get a lot of dust in between them, so it kind of really revives the color when you oil them.
Hmm.
But I haven't done them. It's not that it's that dry here also, right? Like you're supposed to do it in a very very dry area where like Calgary was in the winter, if you had 10 to 15% humidity in your house, you were fucking good.
Yeah, that's gnarly. That's way too little.
Wow. When I was there, in order to run 25% humidity to 30% humidity, I've ran through 36 liters of distilled water a week through the humidifiers, just to give you a perspective. But yeah, it's here it's 32% humidity now with the window open, and it's still dry comparatively to, like, when I was in Bahamas, which is just fucking sticky. But that's too
Yeah.
much. That's way too much. That's
I
gonna
mean,
be.
was it Thanksgiving or Black Friday? One of the 2 days it got really quite cold. The high of the day was like Northern Europeans gonna laugh, but like the high of the day was like 15 Celsius or something like that.
Which is
And
cold for your rate, like what you're
yeah,
used to there nowadays. But
and at night it was 1 or 2 degrees Celsius.
yeah, that's fucking cold for Florida.
But you immediately saw it in the humidity. It went to like 28% humidity, which was like immediately it's like, ooh, like I don't like lotioning, but I better start doing it because otherwise, like, it's gonna break everywhere. Like you like make a fist right and all your knuckles pop.
No. The dry the dry heat is real, and especially in Calgary. I'll never forget when we first moved there. I had a shower, and literally my skin, everything turned red because I've never experienced such a dry air. But that's been over
Yeah,
20 years ago now, almost.
you sound balanced. €2,100 from 3,000, which
That's
is
not bad.
30% off.
And then the cases.
Emerge is €700, which is
How much is the Graces? Are they offer by any?
no.
No, it's too new.
You can barely get them.
That's true too.
I mean, it's not like you go in and walk out with them.
No, it's almost like a special order now or some shit. It's really a unique way to obtain them.
Yeah, I mean, when they launched, when you could order them and they would be out about now. Like some people have them, but that's the first batch of orders, right? Like it's not yet something that they have like 5 or 6 in store of, or in stock at the stores.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was in Orlando, 2 weeks ago now?
Mm-hmm.
The one on show is the only one they had. They hadn't
I
gotten
think
any other
I
yet.
think it's the same with Quebec Son. I think they don't when they have. I know my buddy from Edmonton bought a set, but I don't know if he's gotten them yet or not.
Yeah.
He might have by now, but I know that there was like a waiting list on the shit for whatever reason. I guess builds up a little more exclusivity that way. And they probably just don't have the stock because that's typical for B&O. Let's release a new product and only have 6 available for the whole world.
So it's launched.
So it's launch time. Like the Harmony, remember the Harmony? God, yes, man. That was they had 3 traveling sets, right? That they had for a while, and you just have to
Yes.
pre-order it, and by the time the fire and the soul dies off before you get it, so it's not as I don't know. I think they have to work on their launches a little better, especially like for the 100th anniversary product, which is the premiere, I guess. Right? They should have had, a pretty substantial pre-production in units.
One would think so, but
And
I
do it
mean,
like you always do it. Figure out the software once it's shipped. Fuck, it is what it is.
you'd think, right? if the 100th anniversary was the Grace, they should have launched it at like when this was launched.
No, I think Premiere is that 100th anniversary product.
Yeah,
Like it or not, like I don't care what you do with the 90s. Cover him in titanium and make him beautiful. I don't mind, but it is the 90th anniversary product at the end of the day, no matter what. They've been around for a decade now.
I mean, this combo looks good with the dark wood, at least on the website.
It's funny though. I've had these for 10 years, and it doesn't feel like it's been 10 years.
It's because we're getting old.
No, but the TV's changed around it, but I just never find the speaker to look awkward or outdated. You know what I mean? Like Pentas per se. You can tell, they scream the 80s, and the 5 scream the 2000s. These don't really scream shit. They just look like monoliths.
Well, 5s in white haven't aged that much.
No, 5s in white look cool. I do agree.
So there is that. I mean, my 50s don't feel, 9 years old, 8 years old?
Mm-hmm.
But they are.
Yeah. Almost as old as this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Goddamn you, B&O.
Graceful start to something that's been going on for 7-something odd years. More
It's
than that
all your
now.
fault.
Yeah, but we love it.
Well, I mean, seriously, if B&O doesn't like us, right, you should have just delivered a good product that didn't have any issues, because we would have never started this.
Yeah, this would have never happened if your speakers worked correctly out of the box.
And it wasn't like you didn't have a 2-year run-up with the 90s.
We wouldn't have burned 372 or 370 Sundays plus at least 50 Mondays for during the COVID, if not more, when we did the Monday streams, because what else was there to do?
Yeah, we couldn't go anywhere.
So yeah, we've talked B&O to death over those years, and there's still new stuff and cool. I do like the new app. I haven't retuned the system yet. I haven't a chance nor a will to do it. But I have to sit down and just plug in the microphone and force myself to get this done.
It is kind of odd that everything moved again, right? Like, so before under settings was like source behavior. That's now under sound.
Yes.
It's like, I'm still slightly befuddled by that at times.
But it somewhat makes sense how they've moved it about. I still don't understand why the fuck the software update is on the main screen instead of signal info.
Yeah.
We've only been asking that since the theater came out. And I still don't understand why they only disable the light instead of just disabling the touch panel completely at the top in the settings. Because you can turn off the lights, so only the Bang & Olufsen logo is glowing, right?
Yes.
But why not just turn off the lights and their function completely? Just have the logo glow. I'm cool with that, but take off the functionality of the top, or at least introduce the cleaning mode, for God's sakes, for once.
Yeah, I'm to the point that yes, I have the special software, but even that is somewhat of a pain in the ass because you can't revert it unless you fully reset it.
Yeah.
But like I'm to the point where, like, if this takes much longer, I'm just gonna take the top screen off and unplug that fucking cable.
Yeah, that's a solution.
Which is a stupid solution to have, right? Like, you shouldn't have to do this.
Yeah, I think you'll lose the logo as well. I think it all feeds through one.
At that point, I don't care. It's much more annoying to like clean it and or have cats walk on it. Like yesterday, the cat walked on it again, and all of a sudden, like, she pressed some combination of buttons, and no sound was coming out of anything anymore.
Oh, fuck. The BeoKitty technician.
Yeah.
Fudge, man. I'm surprised they haven't reset that theater to default, because if she stands on those 2 arrows for long enough, you're fucked.
Yeah, but she doesn't tend to stay still on it. She likes the cloth bit more, but then she'll walk across to the other side and then back.
I think there's going to be a day when she will reset that.
The thing is, it only happens when she's hungry, which is like 5 times a day.
Is that her, like, the way to get the attention?
Yes.
Shit. Yeah, that sucks.
So
yeah, the only way is to unplug the bloody thing. There's no other solution, in my opinion.
I'm not entirely sure if she knows because it's the speaker or because we're both staring there, and it's the thing where she can sit so we can't fucking avoid staring at her.
Oh. I know that when I was when Maria was still here with the cat, like she did the spring doorstop thing, but only in the morning to wake my ass up. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She knew exactly what gets me the fuck out of the bed immediately, like immediately, because you just can't put up with it, right? It's just right? And you yell at the cat, and then she just looked at you like, bro, ding, like, come on. Oh, Christ on the cross. But yeah.
Oh yeah, for us it's scratching on the bed, especially near your head,
Oh yeah.
because like our bed frame is fabric on the outside, so
Yeah, she did.
it's that. I mean, Bacon is too lazy to do even that, so he'll just sit literally right like next to you, going, meow, meow, meow,
Oh
meow.
God. I have a half a Homo Lutron now, right on, Sandeep. So which half did you do?
No, he was delayed, remember?
I know.
And the stupid delays were going to cost him a few extra grand of installing it all.
Fuck, you know.
Because was it one of the controllers that was delayed from early summer was supposed to come in what, November or something, and then
When did it show up?
they delayed it again until like February or something.
Oh God.
Oh, it was Okio.
Oh, the lights. That's right.
Yeah. Well, I guess it that Okio or Ochio, whatever you want to call it, makes B&O seem reasonable in price.
I would say so.
Because for
lighting
a bunch of
has
lights,
always been ridiculous, though.
Damn.
Yeah, Lutron's pretty steady with shipping. I've never really had anything that was delayed from Lutron when we did stuff. But it also depends on what. If you missing shit in the middle of an install to order, then that's your bad. But yeah, Lutron's fun to work with.
What is it with all these brands? Just like B&O, right? Like
these huge mansions.
Well, not just that. Like, oh, you remember how cheap our lights are, right? Like our smallest fixtures, like $1,000. Why don't you gift that? Like, that's a nice gift, right? Like, just like B&O goes. Like, have you thought about gifting somebody a theater with some aids? It's like, no, I've never thought about gifting somebody 20 grand.
No,
like,
I fantasized about getting it gifted, but never to be given it. But yeah.
Yeah, look, cute little light, but make it a gift. Why don't you gift one of these things, right? Like,
these are cool lights, though, man.
Oh, sure. It's the price reflects the coolness, I guess.
Those are the motorized ones, right? That raise up and down.
I think they have those, yeah. The myth of light.
Fudge.
I mean, yes, it's very cool, but I don't know. I don't think I would ever buy any of this until I was for sure I was going to be in a place for more than 10 years.
Why wouldn't it be worth for the first 10 years?
Mainly because of cost.
Yeah, but that lamp that's overhanging, you can take that shit with you somewhere else.
Yeah, but all the like in ceiling, on wall, that sort of stuff.
The sconces, yeah, I wouldn't get into the sconces, but like if you do a ceiling light, I would just take it with me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
If it's been a few $1,000s, the same thing. Like, I guess that's a nonsensical argument. Like, I'm gonna just leave the lab aids mounted on the wall because I put the wall brackets in, right? Fuck that. You're taking it all out. I would take this out.
So Sandeep is going to be in his house doing this a lot, like clawing
Tappa.
No, it's touchless, right? So you just hold your hand like.
Oh,
He's going to be clawing his lights.
oh, because it changes the warmth, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it's doing. Yeah, LEDs are magical, man. Even seeing that, like what the Apple is doing, it's fucking cool, man. LEDs are cool as hell, and what you can do with them nowadays, shapes and shit, it's really it's something.
I mean, this is a great idea, right? Where you can just sometimes you want like a light over a table or something, but you don't
Hmm.
actually want it to come down because you're looking into it.
Hmm.
So, like, just having the top beam up, it still gives you that
Radiant
reflective.
light, but yeah,
Yeah, it's sort of reflective, but
it's not direct. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I do say it's pretty cool. Good choice, Sandeep. I do like that lamp
yes, very
a
much.
lot. I really like that lamp. I don't know if I like it in gold, but if they had it in silver, maybe. Ooh,
I think they do.
I'm sure they would. Yeah, that I would buy, but yeah, not now. I wouldn't want to move that shit to Florida
No.
because to keep that, like, I wonder what that pipe comes in, what box, for God's sakes, right? Because it's bent. Like,
Yeah.
that's a big box.
Yeah, Mr. Lupus has a shit ton of this stuff too. It's
These are cool, though, I have to say.
I mean, I very much like my house, right? And I could live here for a long time. I'm just not 100% sure we will. And like, if I don't know, if I like this Italian guy from the ad, if I don't know, lived on some vineyard, right? Like, sure, why not?
Hmm.
Because I'm not moving anytime in the next, I don't know, 40 years probably, unless something happens. But at that point, whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah, they have it in silver, the Mito Largo.
Mito Largo. Yeah, the silver would be nice. I'm debating about making another coffee, but I don't know. Oh, wait.
You have this dark chrome, matte black and gold. You have matte white.
Oh, so you can pretty much match your B&O collection to it,
Yeah.
or it to your B&O collection.
Yeah, even if you have the bronze or the brass, right? B&O stuff.
Hmm.
This rose gold, if you have rose gold 18s.
Yeah, the metal choices are beautiful, I have to say.
Whatever Phantom is. Matte
It's probably like
silver.
that, like matte black, maybe. I hope it's not the B&O rubber color paint. Yeah, they're sweet. The white one is kind of, it's a little too much of a dentist chair thing.
Yeah, it makes it kind of look plasticky as well.
Hmm. The Phantom. Which one is Phantom? This one?
Yeah. You have a black Phantom and a regular Phantom.
So what is it, like a piano black finish, I guess?
Yeah, on here it's sort of, it's very dark. I think it's not exactly matte, but not exactly reflective either.
Hmm.
And this is sort of a sort of almost polished chrome kind of, but more like that.
Anodized black, I guess.
Yeah, the ring in the regular Phantom looks sort of like silver, but it's almost like polished with like black compound or something. Like it has that sort of, if you look deep into it, it goes into sort of shadow.
Make that coffee, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is I have to stand on the machine because it pumps a lot more than I have the cup that can take.
Sandeep says that the black Phantom is near black. It's nicer than B&O's piano black. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google this. What the hell does a Mito Largo Occhio price? Let's see. How shocked am I gonna be? Ooh,
How
ooh.
much? How much? Let me see.
Starting at $6,158.
God, it's
Ooh.
wow. That's like either BeoSound 2 or that,
Yeah.
essentially, if you face the facts.
Apparently in Europe, at some places they start at €6,980.
Damn.
Uh, ooh, that's yeah, that's yeah.
Well, but it's the same thing. Like looking at the Eames share now, it's $12,000 for God's sakes, right? But
Yeah.
it is what it is, you know.
I mean, the knockoffs are really cheap.
Yeah, but they're knockoffs, right?
Yeah.
I
I
don't like
mean,
that.
a knockoff starts at like $400 or something.
Really? Holy
Yeah.
shit. Hmm.
I mean, it is one of those lamps that you probably keep forever.
Oh yeah, 100%, or at least till the drivers die in it.
Yeah, and that's the only thing with like LEDs, right? Where like old fashioned like ring with just a bulb, you just replace the bulb.
Yeah, but now it's good luck finding a bulb, the proper one, right? It's all
Well,
LEDs and
I
shit
took
everywhere
mine
now.
from Europe here, and I just like cut the plug at the end and over tightened the bulb, and it works.
Hmm.
I mean, you have to use an American bulb, obviously.
Yeah.
But the only real difference in the fitting between Europe and here is that there's more insulation between the two contact points in Europe.
Mm.
So you go into the receptacle, you can bend out that bottom metal pin that touches the back of the bulb, and then you over tighten it. Not a lot, but enough because the difference in depth is like that much.
Okay.
And then if it makes contact, it's fine and it just works.
Hmm.
But these LED droid, like, how do you I mean? You probably send it back or something to them, but
Yeah, I
like,
wonder where that board would be even. Like, is it at the base of the lamp, right? For even like the heat distribution, I guess? Or is it inside that light strip, which also it's getting warmed by the LED strip themselves?
I mean, it's not generally the LEDs themselves that break, right? It's the
No,
driver
it's
because
the
it's
driver that goes. So I really wonder how they circumvent that, if at
it's
any rate. Not to make you worry, Sandeep, just wondering about that. Well, I'm sure they have parts for that. Like if you spend that much money, it's just like B&O, like it's fixable to a point, right? The worst part is if it like maybe you replace that whole bloody ring. Because I honestly think the interface is inside that ring.
I mean, it's a very gorgeous lamp for
Yes,
sure.
it is.
It doesn't seem like it's all that easy to get here in the US, though,
Probably not.
because I'm not on a VPN or anything. I googled it, and most things that came up were European sites with European pricing.
Hmm.
I mean, the one I found was where it starts from $6,000.
Not everything's built for America, bro.
Oh, for sure.
And if you buy
Uh,
it from Europe, are you gonna be fucked for 240 or is it gonna be 110 or 120 rather, right?
it depends on the power supply. A lot of the modern power supplies are universal, but the plug is steady, right? If they had any sense, they would take the brick that is universal and just have a figure eight
Going out
detachable
of it,
bit, because then you can just get a figure eight wherever you are, right?
The big juicer in England, this fucking fuse in it.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, and then you have another fuse in the wall socket, right? And then you have another fuse in the distribution box.
So if you trip fuse, like how many do you fuck up? 1 or 3, or whichever one goes?
Depends how bad the fuck up is.
Oh, okay.
It can be 1 or 2.
That's so bullshit. Anyways.
I mean, it's a pain in the ass to find out.
Well, yeah, because you got to go through all 3 of them.
Well, I didn't know, but at one point, like, God, this was like probably 8 years ago or something like that. At my grandparents, I broke one of these fuses because they had an electric mower, and I plugged it in and started mowing, and like 15 minutes in, it stopped working. Yeah, well, it turns out that the fuse in the what you call it, in the extension cable for the mower was fine, but the one on the wall wasn't rated for the draw of the mower. And I, like, literally the outlet next to it would have been fine. It's like, oh my God.
Go find out now, buddy.
Such a pain in the ass.
Shit. So, yeah.
Let's see. Wow, I have a store finder for that Okio, right? Find a store near you. So I put in United States. The closest store to me is in Mexico City. And then the second closest store, which is the only other store in North America, apparently, is in San Francisco. As in,
Thank you, Honesty Mark, for buying me the coffee. Much appreciated.
As in, like, not even joking. This is these are the stores in North America.
For the lights?
Yeah, for Okio.
Oh, shiitake mushrooms. Where's the Vancouver?
No, this is San Francisco. This is Mexico. This is like nothing.
That's crazy that there is in Mexico. That's fucked up.
Well, Mexico has some billionaires in Mexico City.
Yeah, of course they do. But not call this. Like, I'm sure there's wealthy people in New York. Like, I don't understand why New York wouldn't have one of those. San Fran, cool. I get it. Interesting.
Maybe it's one of these. What you call it? It's too sophisticated for New Yorkers, kind of things.
Motorized lights. I'm surprised San Francisco has them. Like, they are way more prone for earthquakes and should be swinging around and getting all stuck in motors than New York, no?
Yeah, but they're also way more techie over there.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it's the Silicon Valley people, right?
Yeah.
Plus, if we're working for a $3 trillion company now, Apple, it's I'm sure you want a good payroll if you're higher up.
So I think you're on a good payroll if you walk in the door as a graduate.
Oh yeah.
I mean, then you get to be that cool film sort of thing, and like you go on your coffee break at a ping pong table.
I wonder what they're gonna have up there for the
sit in a beanbag.
Sitting in a beanbag. There's a lot of like these self-raising or standing desks, the motorized ones. There's a lot of those being installed in there on the second floor.
Good.
So I'm sure there's gonna be a whole bunch of office area and shit too. There's a kitchen, it's a large, and then in the basement is where the hobbits fix the shit.
I mean, sitting down all day is not a great idea.
No, absolutely not. But also standing around isn't that good for you either.
Yeah, but you're more prone to move, right? I mean, also quite often you just have to look up something or other that, like, if it's low, it's too low, and if you stand, you just walk up and go. It's like, okay, and then you're off again.
I gotta say though, the worst brackets I've ever worked with so far is a company called Future Automation. I'm not
Okay.
saying they're bad. Like they're very, very, very tedious, especially when you install them in the old, like 200-300-year-old homes, which are built of fucking bricks, and you have to take all that stuff out and try to level it in there and secure it properly between the bricks, the wood, and freaking foam and whatever else have you. But I don't know the amount of time that stuff takes to put in. I would rather have B&O and fiddle fuck with that motorized wall bracket, which actually then works, versus this. This is the Future Automation side, yeah.
Yeah.
So they got some cool product, but these are like static brackets.
Holy
You know,
moly.
they got they got some insane shit going on. But it is expensive, and it's very hard to install for the where we had to put it on. There was only one TV that we got away with murder, which was normal stud wall. But
Lutron 64 shade blocks or whatever this is.
I don't even know what that is. Oh, they make a double roller so you can have a blackout and regular, like very close to one another.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. So they unroll opposing to one another, I think.
I bet you pay an arm and a leg for it.
Mm-hmm. But they make sense. They definitely make sense.
Made in Britain.
Yeah. So yeah, they're definitely a pain, but pretty cool ideas though. I have to say, I have to give them that at least. But as far as like from the installer perspective, man, it was an absolute pain in the ass. And
So
they're
just
supposed
the
to
play button on his remote fell off. Did the dog catch a remote at any point?
Mine, no, I've
No,
never
Sandeep's
gotten.
dog.
Oh, probably.
Was it used as a chew toy? Are you sure? Because it usually doesn't happen that just out of nowhere a play button falls off.
I have one remote where the P plus P minus is cracked. That guy returned, but it's this old my 3 my button plus the list on top version, the pre Bluetooth. Can you glue it back in? You probably could. But yeah, this Future Automation is insane. I think the other products, if you go there, yeah, in wall box, this shit, bro. Yeah, the WB, the first one. So there's the box. So you recess that into the TV, and then you put the TV over top of it. So all of your shit, supporting equipment like HDMI extender box, right, or Apple TV or a Samsung frame box fits inside.
Mm-hmm.
But it really doesn't.
Yeah, you have to zip
Because
tie
there's
it like
this whole
crazy.
no, there's brackets for all this shit, but the depth of the box does not allow for it itself. Like you have to recess it more than 4 inches if you're putting in the old school, or not old school, but the Samsung frame box, because they're big.
Maybe it's meant to go on studs and stuff behind the
In
drywall,
between,
not on the drywall, right?
it's going in between the studs, and then that black lip is essentially the face. It's to the finished face of the wall.
Yeah, but maybe they initially meant it right for measurements, because if the drywall sits on top of this, you have like what, half an inch more?
Dude, we've recessed the whole thing by fucking inch and a half into the wall
Oh
where we
wow.
could, just to fit the bloody everything, the whole mechanism, right? Because I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Samsung TVs at all, especially the frames. Like the picture's shit. And yeah, if you want to have those zebras or whatever default nonsense that cycles on it, good for you. But they are like, these brackets are very labor intensive for what they are at the end. And I find that if you put the TV flush against the wall, then the 4 screws that attach to the VESA mount to the fucking bracket, they dimple the drywall because they're outside of the perimeter of that bracket.
Oh, good
box.
God.
Yeah, so it's just like the detail wise. I'm like, oh, this man, like what I had a fucking little rubber ding dong feet on the TV, so then it looks like ghetto fabulous, the Bush League.
Yeah, they should have
So
countersunk them then. But you still, if it's still outside the box, right? You still would have had the same issue essentially.
yeah,
Because
but
then it
dude,
would
like
just
this is a fucking 400-year-old building. Like you can't countersink it. Like how many bricks can you take out before you're outside?
no. I mean
You know,
the bolt on the back Vesa plate that should have been countersunk.
it's not.
Yeah, but then you still
And
have
on
like the
top,
plate still.
on top of it, the screws that they provide when you put the plate together, and there's another offset plate that you're supposed to mount the sound bar on the bottom of it, right? So it's all one.
Yeah,
It offsets it by enough that the short screw doesn't reach the holes in the Samsung TV, and the long screw needs a fucking offset bar. So now you have to offset this thing even more. Dude, it was so much up and down and back and forth and unscrew, rescrew, call this, man. I fucking hated that. But I've never fiddle fucked with like Avant was very difficult to install as far as like when you get up to the 75, 85 and leveling it and blah blah blah, right? On a motorized
yeah.
bracket. But it was nowhere near as much brain damage and as this, man. Not just for me, but for the contractor, the sander guy, and the taper, right? It's one guy that does them both. Man, just headache, 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 headache. 1-star Google review for these brackets. I'm sorry to say.
I wonder if you get the bed with it or if you need to custom build it.
The floating bed.
Yeah, because the TV comes out of it.
That is cool. I don't know if they build the bed frame too, but that's got to be like some serious metal beams to be attached to it if it's floating like that. I don't think I would ever go with that in my bedroom, like to have a TV poke out from the bed.
No, well, they have. Where was it? They have ceiling hinges.
Still, I wonder how much that could support. Could you support an actual, like, let's say 65 with the theater on the bottom hanging?
It's probably not thick enough.
Yeah, I don't think it's deep enough.
Like in terms of weight, probably, right? But
The depth is.
doesn't this look suspiciously like a BeoVision 4 or 3?
Yeah, it's a BeoVision 450. It is, bro. Because you look at the top, there's the IR receiver.
Yeah.
God, that is a BV4. Fuck. Well, that thing is powerful as hell. Yeah, there's 4000s. Look, they're countersunk or sunk into
Oh
the.
yeah.
Son of a bitch. That's pretty cool. The sharp eye of a BNO guy. That is pretty interesting that they show that. There's a center channel. Yeah. That must have been a nightmare to install, bro. Yeah, that's a BV4 card. It's sick.
This is on a yacht. This is on a
Wow.
boat.
That's sick. Yeah, that is freaking cool, man.
You can tell it's not AI or something because you can see the shadow here of somebody moving. So you can see the cameraman or whoever it is in this reflection.
No, I don't think you can produce that with AI, especially like to recess the BLF 4000s like that.
No.
I don't think AI is too smart for that yet. Or
God,
smart
you
enough.
even have a swivel?
Why not?
So you can have a motorized ceiling bracket stand thing.
Sickness. That's very cool. That is very cool. But damn you for the bracket design, I'll tell you what. Is that a stage? No.
No, it's
kind of sort of look like it almost.
Maybe it's a newer low or something like that.
It's very interesting, I have to say. The marine outdoor ones, holy shit balls. I wonder how much these things run by. Like that's gotta be like a $14,000 lift, $15,000 lift.
Oh yeah, this is sort of like I don't care what it costs. I just want it out of the way, but also drop it down from the ceiling or whatever.
Okay, so you mud everything around. Interesting. And then you paint to flush finish. Sick. That is freaking cool. I'm still not taking back the bracket bullshit, but that's cool. But those recessed brackets are a mistake in my opinion, especially for like if you want to stuff a lot of things or get a bigger one, then you get a bigger TV. I don't know.
I mean, it works with 86-inch TVs.
That's fucking insane.
It's enormous.
That's an insane panel, bro. Fuck, imagine just the infrastructure you had to design for. Oh shit, and it drops down so you don't have that stupid hole in the wall.
Yeah, and then it swivels if you want it to.
Wow. Yeah, no, that's sickening. I gotta say, that's fucking cool. Yeah, I like that the finishing panel comes down. Very sexy like.
God, if you, I don't know, get an LG, right, or something like that, and one of this, you're probably, I don't know, 10 grand over what a theater is as a combo kit.
Easy.
I mean, just the installation alone is probably going to be a few grand.
Well, depends. Like, how do you do this in the joists? Like, you'd have to have the whole ceiling lowered. Like, you have to have a high enough ceiling that you can afford to put this in there before you even impede on the structure above you.
Yeah, you have to make a substructure above it.
Yeah.
So you can cut joists and stuff out.
That's crazy. But it's fucking cool. I wish that the side behind the TV was a little bit better finished, right? Because it still looks like a boxy box. I think that they should have been just a cover plate over top of all that nonsense too.
It's probably an optional extra.
I'm sure it is.
I mean, if any of you ever have some money to waste on something,
that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Feature automation, bro. If you have a yacht, you have the money for that. If you have the yacht money, you have the feature automation money.
Probably. Well, you have money for just about everything, really.
What's this? Oh, okay. So they make basically like B&O stands as well.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Motorized floor stand. Interesting. You have one of these stripper poles.
Interesting. I don't know if I'd be down for that. That looks very much like an Eclipse. Floor stand with a goofy little Sonos somewhere underneath it.
You probably pay an inordinate amount of money, right? And then you put fucking
this
dinky
underneath it.
Sonos bar on.
I'd rather be off with the theater at that point. The amount of money you pay for that stand. And I guess in a normal life, you're just uber cool because you have a moving TV. But in a world of B&O, it's just a normal thing to have a motorized floor stand. Okay, so this one moves almost like the Eclipse does.
Interesting.
Very cool. Not as B&O cool. I wonder how noisy they are, actually. That's another thing that I wonder. because B&O's got this freaking down pat, man. It's hard to hear. Though I have to say that you can hear the Avant, but it's got that sexy word to it. I like it. So the winds blew us towards future automation, this podcast.
If people have any questions and stuff, let's
Fire
know.
away, man. But yeah, this is something definitely. Is that moving too? Okay,
No.
sexy wire management down the leg, very nice. That looks pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that looks nice. Oh, they have it
But
in
then
your
again,
favorite
you're
walnut.
listening to your. But yeah, then you're listening to your sound of the TV, anyways. So that's the only problem. You know.
I wonder if they have a bracket that comes down for like a soundbar or something.
They might, but they don't show it. I think it's just a regular TV sound, which is sad.
Yes.
At least for us, like, if you're used to the B&O sound, and then just, it's a tragedy to watch TV on a regular speaker on it, or the built-in speaker.
Yeah, it's not great.
So you can still stomach it, but I don't like it at all. But yeah, they got some solutions, I guess, for a lot of money to do stuff that B&O does better, in my opinion.
This is a
table stand mount.
Yeah, but it's motorized for rotation.
Okay.
Well, this is an older, lower TV, I think.
That's cool.
Kind of cool that you can flip it around.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's in the frame too. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I'm down with a big box like that, though.
Yeah, because you're used to sleek B&O stuff.
Right. But I guess for them, I don't know if it recesses back into the countertop. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just static up there. It just turns around. Oh, and that's the Alvar Aalto vases there, or isn't it? No, it's not. It looked like one, but no. Very cool, but no, that's not for me. That's not for me. They got ceiling mounts as well. We looked at those. They got pretty cool gear, I have to say, but what we've ended up with was not the best to install. Definitely. What is that? Oh, that's the moving track TV.
Yeah, well, you can put artwork or something in front of it, and it opens
just slides
like B&O
off.
curtains.
Or it slides off, I guess.
So like it hangs like that, and then it opens whichever way.
Oh.
So you can get B&O curtains. You just need to buy a different mount from a different company.
Oh my goodness. That's not bad. But then you have to have artwork that sort of does make sense with that, right? Like he's got those 3 picture frames in there. You gotta put them together. I don't know. It's pretty slick. Kaleidoscape in it. Right on. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool. And you gotta commission a painter to do your freaking canvas for the wall, for the TV.
Yeah, but at this point, you're spending so much money.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, I have to say. But it's not fun to work with.
Nigu, whatever. I have a Sony 65 on a BioVision floor stand with like an STB bracket conversion.
You know, the Almando now came up with a box that you can jig up a Avant center channel speaker into the LG panel, and it actually comes out and opens.
Yeah,
And
you said
also,
that like a few weeks ago.
yeah, and it also has the power output for the motorized floor stand. So if you have Avant that died, you can literally save the speaker and the stand and make it work the same. Albando.
I mean, if you were on a budget or something, right? But sort of wanted freedom of TVs, that's what I would do.
Mm. Well, Almando makes sense, and they're doing better and better things, I guess, and or whatever need be to be. But I think that's a good savior for the Avant, because usually it's the board that dies before even the displays goes to shit. Because there's still high quality Samsung panels inside. It's just
Yeah.
But no, that's not it. There's another one that is
No,
actually.
this is for the contour. If you want to make your contour surround.
Oh, sick. Oh, so that takes the arc and deals with it differently.
Apparently, yeah.
Hmm.
I guess I
Yep.
could go this way in the bedroom as well with the stage because it's the same thing.
Pretty much. I don't understand why like the BioLab transmitter one wasn't more or less what the Almando did with it. Like it's basically a BioSystem 5 in a way.
Yeah.
And we all know it's stuffable inside because obviously it works with Almando. So I don't understand why B&O or what they couldn't afford the boards that fit, or what was the deal, or they just didn't want to make it because they didn't want to compete against themselves with the TVs. I don't understand. Like I don't get where that logic comes from.
They just want to sell new stuff, really.
But that's true. Still, though, I think that they should make a Mozart-based platform like a BioSystem 5 per se, because it's needed for rack and projector installations. Because not all the time there's a scenario where it permits for a theater per se as a main mix. Especially when you do, like, let's say James Audio, for the lack of a better example, because I got them on my mind. Yeah, this is it for the Avant.
Yeah, you just need the speaker to stuff in there, and then you can.
Yeah, it's got a nice back box too. I think that it covers the whole guts and shit, and you're laughing. It's a pretty good idea. It's a good savior, like I said. You can have your Avant live another life, or at least a part of it. I discovered we were doing a job. This is a month ago now. Apparently, I discovered a place where they actually fix boards, like PCB boards. So I'm thinking of just bringing the Avant video engine there and see if they could just basically resolder and reheat and reseed those two video processing chips.
Do you have the aftermarket heatsink pack on there?
It's not really aftermarket, but yeah, that was rolled in one or the other software. I'm not software, hardware revision. Like the first generation didn't have it till a little bit later when they put that cooling plate that it kind of diverts the heat into the display chassis or the back panel, right? Because that's all metal.
Yes.
But I still need to put a fan in mine because it's going. The video board is fucked up. Only on the curtains. Like the picture looks great, but when they open, they just go. It's really weird. Same as the menu when I have it in the radio mode, the letters are very vaguely visible. Shit, not a Minnesota. But yeah,
It's kind of funny that there is such a market for still repairing 10-plus-year-old B&O TVs.
Yeah. It's always been like that though, even with like I guess if it looks at the old DV7s, the 55s are the most solid ones. There's very few that died or that needed any sort of service from even when I'm talking to Brad in Vancouver, we've done only a few, which is a very good track record for that panel or TV on its own to begin with.
Well, it's because it needs so little service. People probably also don't do it at all, right? And
no, the only thing that I would recommend every now and then is on the BB7s is to look under it and look under the fans and run the vacuum in them, because they do suck up a lot of dust, especially if you have cats or anything that hair just floats around. They really get that in there or take it in. So
especially if you don't have central air. One thing I've noticed in this house in the US, right, since everything is AC or like ducted, right, like it's forced air, it's actually quite a bit cleaner inside. Because
it moves the air and filters it, right? So
yeah,
it's the same here.
Whenever that fan turns on, there's like a massive vacuum that sucks up all the particles out of the air.
Yeah, I find, well, depends how far from like a busy populated street you live, because that also, there's a lot of brake dust and shit that churns up and it carries, man. Like even when I lived in Westmount, I was on 18th floor, man, and even if you had the windows open, there's still fucking tons of dust at Gaydon. But it's like the brake dust, essentially. It floats up pretty high up.
I mean, I can literally tell anytime I change the filters, right? Like just by the amount of cat hair that's in the filters.
Yeah.
And I buy the not the bargain basement ones, but the sort of extra allergen and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It literally grabs whatever's in the air. Like there's no way you get all that cat hair out of there either.
No. That's over. You got to change the filter, bro. That's it. So, but yeah, I like the force there. Sometimes it's a little bit of a detriment in the winter because you get the heated air, which is dry. It's very dry, and at least here it's more humid than in Calgary. But Calgary in the winter time, man, it's you get 10 to 15% humidity, and it's even too much sometimes. And it gets so freaking cold that you can't really afford to have a lot more, because then the condensation starts happening around the windowsills, and you gotta start wiping shit down. Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, get better windows, but that's too expensive.
Yeah, well, if you live in a rented building, you're kind of a victim of your own circumstance at that point.
Does a theater plus LG count? I would say so. That's a B&O TV, especially if you can use a Beo remote or any of the Beo remotes. You have a B&O TV.
Yeah, I wish that they did the app support for the core in the LG hookup, that you could hook that up and play and have that.
Yeah, but everything goes over that Ethernet cable for the remote.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I used that core quite a long time in my bedroom, and the major downside of it was indeed that you have to use the LG remote again.
Can you not Bluetooth pair it directly to the TV? I never tried, but
maybe, but not everything works.
Well, but your basic functions like play, stop, and stuff would definitely, and up, down, left, right would work.
Yeah, I just don't think your source selection works necessarily. I haven't tried it in forever, but I think the only way you change sources is to go to the menu, like the house, and then go over in the
apps.
Yeah.
Still not the end of the world. But yeah, you can't call them up from the remote like on the theater, I guess.
Yeah, or like the Netflix button doesn't do anything. Right? Like the My buttons, like
Yeah. No, they're useless. Yeah, I still have one remote. The service remote that's now in Calgary that has the Netflix Prime buttons on them. That was I don't know what the hell was BeoTalk thinking back then with those two things on it. It totally just cheapified the look of that remote, in my opinion.
Money.
But yeah, money talks bullshit.
Especially Prime.
Yeah, but now
Prime wasn't
really not Prime enough.
Well, Prime wasn't really a thing in continental Europe anyway at the time.
No, not at all. I don't think.
I mean, it's a bit more now, but Prime is much more of a like I'm gonna watch something than necessarily like we all have Amazon. That's not no.
Yeah, here it's a different story, I guess. The
And
usage
that
of streaming services, it varies completely from Europe to here. No, like what do people
yes,
consume in Europe as far as like there's Netflix, of course, I'm sure.
yeah, but it's quite different because there's a shit ton of local stuff, right? Like it's all licenses and
Hmm.
so look, all the Dutch stuff or stuff in Dutch, right, that you find on a Dutch Netflix, you have no access to here.
Mm. That makes sense if it's produced locally, right? Why would they stream it here? I
Yeah,
guess there is Dutch people, but
besides the Belgians, right? Like nobody understands it.
fair enough.
I mean, similarly, like the Netflix in the UK is really different than Netflix in the Netherlands. Because in the Netherlands, you get quite a lot of shows that were made for the BBC, but BBC has its own streamer in the UK, so you don't get it in the UK.
Oh, interesting.
So there's a lot of weirdness that way.
Is Andrew just on a shift on a different thing here? Is Andrew actually waiting for the, I guess, premiere to get so he can do a review on it,
No,
or
he has it. The
oh, he already
picture
has it?
I showed earlier was him in his living room.
Oh, okay. Wasn't sure if that was just a Photoshoppy or it actually is. So he's got one out now. I'm gonna watch it for sure.
No, he doesn't. It's not out yet. I think it's either next week or the week thereafter. I'm just guessing, right? I haven't spoken to him
Hmm.
in, like in a while, so but it's also not something I'm gonna bother him with. It'll come when it'll come. But on Instagram, he said something that about it, and I don't know, something along the lines of game changer or whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah, that happened.
What happened with Mirror? Dude, I'm so under the rock with this
Oh,
Formula thing.
he was so shit. Well, the car was so shit most of the year,
Hmm.
and now they're going into the last race next. Is it next week or the week after? And he's 12 points behind the number one.
Oh shit! So he's pushing,
Yeah, like
or they fixed the car.
I don't know. Up until like 2-3 weeks ago, it was like if you finish third, you've done amazing with how shit the car was this year. And now it's like you may actually still win it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, it would also be a major flub by McLaren
Mm.
because both of their drivers were like changing places for first place all year round,
Oh,
and they won the constructors. But like to then lose it to somebody that is in a car that is just the car is just worse, right? Like it's just the
it's about the
drivers
driver, I guess. Yeah.
and strategists at McLaren fucking it up every so often.
Hmm.
And like when they do fuck it up, they fuck it up badly.
Well, might as well go all out, I guess.
I mean, last weekend, was it in Las Vegas? Both cars got disqualified for like not meeting minimum requirements.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah. So had that not happened, he would have probably like McLaren would have probably also had the drivers' championship pretty much done by now.
Sick.
So yeah, like what he says, if he wins and Lando finishes fourth or lower, he wins the world championship, which is sort of deserved, but kind of not deserved because it's just such a massive flub. Like it's literally like, well, we have 2 feet. Surely we can shoot ourselves in both of them.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well,
We'll see what
time will
happens.
tell. Yeah, the time will tell what's gonna go down. Like I said, I'm so disconnected from this, man. I usually like, especially the last few weeks, I don't think I've gotten home before 8 o'clock at night and leaving at 6:30, 6:45 in the morning. So
Yeah,
it's been long days, man. So I don't have much time to watch TV or any of that shit to be
I don't know.
checked.
You don't even need to do anything wrong necessarily, right? Like you can just have your engine fail or like your gearbox fail
And then you're hooked. Yeah, you're done.
inopportune moments. Like where like you do everything right, but you're still left with nothing. Yeah.
You're still at the mercy of mechanical gods.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Also, I saw something by Hoity Toity on the Discord, and he took
Picture of it. That's glue inside
yeah, that's what I
the.
thought. The
Yeah.
focus on the pictures is a bit off, but he said it looked like it melted, but it looked like
No. They actually put glue. I don't know if it's a dab or is it just like the double-sided sticky tape or whatever, something soft. But all of those pegs are glued, and they're a pain in the ass if you miss it and you misroll the guide pin, and then the whole thing crinkles in.
yeah,
It's very hard to fix because it rolls itself in that fucking glue, and it stays not damaged, but it stays rolled up in itself. So if you are not conscious of it, I've seen that a number of times. You have to be very careful putting the grill back on. But yeah, it's just, I'm sure when you were pulling it out, there's like a little snot coming off of it, but that's glue. So don't panic. It's on most of them or all of the pegs.
well, that's good to know because my first instinct was it looks like glue. It doesn't look like heat. It would be weird,
No,
right, if the heat was that uh,
no, no,
small.
no, no. That's glue. I don't remember if the back ones have it, but the front ones definitely do.
I don't think the back ones have it, but because I think one came out for me with the removing of
I've
the.
had a couple around times came out. I don't remember having them goopy on the back, but on the front they're goopy. They have the glue in there.
All right, good to know.
So now you guys know. Don't panic.
Yeah, well, it's just one of these things, right? Like where they're not supposed to come out, so you don't necessarily know if you don't build the bloody thing.
Hmm. But yeah, I think there is a logical reason because at the end of the day, I think you're gonna end up taking the front cover off more often due to tuning and retuning than you taking off the back cover due to reconnecting sources, right? Because once it's
Yeah,
all connected, that's it. But you are more likely to make a new or retune your existing listening presets based on your furniture movement. Now, like let's say with Christmas, you stuff a big fuck off Christmas tree into the room, so that changes the acoustics obviously as well. So maybe it's time to rerun it, right? Because some people leave the Christmas tree till March, so you might as well. Or I don't have one at all. Care. But yeah, that does come off. The theater comes off, especially in the shops when because they take it off much more often than you normally would as a demo product, right? Because people want to see behind the drivers or behind the grill at the drivers to look at, just like every guy when you buy a new car, the first thing he wants to see is the engine block, right? Unless it's a Tesla, then you just get a fucking trunk.
I want to see the thick ass copper cables.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez, these are nice. But yeah.
Apparently, was it CEO or technical guy from Ford said that they were amazed at how well the wiring in a Tesla was done.
Hmm.
Because I mean, Ford's been making cars since forever, right? And
Yeah.
they made that electric Ford Lightning and whatever, and then they finally bought some Teslas to just take them apart, and it's like apparently Ford for the same amount of functions had like 30 pounds more wiring in them than a Tesla.
Interesting. So I guess they combust everything from front to the back of the car and then split it out to different things.
Yeah,
save on the
apparently.
harness. But
And also, Tesla is kind of not a car company; it's more a tech company that makes cars too.
mhm. I read BeoConnect Core is using LC3 plus codec for Bluetooth, which is very good. At the end of the day, I don't think that it really matters if it's LC3 or not, because I always find it ill-advised to use Bluetooth for streaming music into the device,
Yeah, I'd
unless the
much rather
device
use
itself doesn't do
AirPlay
it.
or Chromecast.
Because if you're doing it, you're doing it from the phone, so you are more likely to be on the same Wi-Fi network as the device, like the core. So I would just use either AirPlay or Chromecast over the Bluetooth, and then also you're less susceptible to interference if you walk away from the device too far and it starts dropping and so on and so forth.
Bluetooth for
So
me on B&O products is more like mobile devices or things that aren't at home anymore. Like you take your A5 outside to the beach, to somebody else's house, whatever, right? Campfire.
yeah, for me it's the Explorer basically, and that's it. And
So
or this is the important Bluetooth connection to my system, but that's about it. I could care less for the Bluetooth streaming to. I actually have Bluetooth streaming disabled as much as I can in all the devices, because I did have that issue back in my old apartment in Calgary where my neighbors had a party and all of a sudden the fucking BeoSound one, because it was always opened by default of the software, it started fucking playing in my bathroom. And they didn't know where they were streaming, so they started choosing the music louder and louder.
yeah, we've
And
had that
yeah,
too.
so that's one thing that it's a big no-no for me, and I wish that Bluetooth was completely disableable, other than for the utility of the remote control connection to the device. But no, I don't like the Bluetooth.
I
I wish
almost
that was
don't think
always
the
hidden.
remote is Bluetooth in the classic sense of understanding Bluetooth, but it
Hmm.
is. But because it's much more a command structure than like
Streaming
yeah.
music, yeah. But I do believe that I do believe. I wish that there was a way that you can just completely hide the Bluetooth visibility from a theater in your environment completely.
Yeah, they should look back at the ASE platform for that, because on the ASE you could literally specify like
Yeah,
only allow Bluetooth from either nobody, things that have connected before,
that's it.
or open to everybody.
Yes,
Because I'm perfectly happy to use my Bluetooth, right? But fuck you and your Bluetooth.
that's right. And it's just like that's what the thing is. Like you don't really have that uh, circumstance because you're too far from everybody else Bluetooth wise, right? But if it's in the apartment building, like I can see a bunch of different Bluetooth devices around me, which could be floor above, could be floor below, could be next door to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, in our last apartment, we had this problem.
Hmm.
So it's,
Everybody in the apartment would have that issue.
yeah. We also had people like, I think it was our downstairs neighbors, right, that connected to ours and also started juicing it because we hear it faintly, but we don't know from where. So we're just going,
Hmm. So yeah, that's the thing, and especially I've had also the Chrome, the not the Chromecast, sorry, the Spotify Connect. It's something that now I like that they enable the feature in the app now where you can remove existing account from playing. Because I've had few times where my girlfriend's TV was called living room and my TV was called living room, and on her Chromecast, or I mean the Chromecast on their Spotify Connect, it retains the connection even though you're not in that fucking network or the room even. So she
yeah.
started playing into my house, and it was only the theater with the 18s back in the day when I was in my studio. But imagine if the 90s and fucking like, where is it playing, right? And it's at full volume. Call it is like that's a noise complaint and some damage here. So that's good that they've come up with this, that you can actually delete the previously connected devices from Spotify on the Mozart platform.
Yes. Yeah, that should be, again, first deal with the fucking top panel, make that go off, then put
Yes,
this shit in, because like why would it be open to everybody all the time? It's such a dumb idea.
I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't like the panel. The top panel should be turn offable, even on the level as well. I find sometimes like, well, when you have two Essence remotes, like you can just navigate within that, right? Or the app, you don't really have to touch it.
Yeah.
But a couple times the cat like crawled up to look at the mirror, and she poof, right, my button 3, and all of a sudden the Lounge FM radio started playing. So
I mean, honestly, I wish you could do the same thing with AirPlay and Chromecast, where you can allow known users and not everybody else.
mhm,
Because I don't get enough people over to make a guest network, right? Like,
yes,
so when they do, like, do come over, like they have access to everything.
yeah,
It's
yeah. I don't have that problem either because I don't have many people. Like the only one that was here, it's my girlfriend and whatever.
yeah, but
So
I mean, all you need is I don't know, a night out with the boys, right? And you come home for some food or whatever.
mhm.
Hey, what's your internet and blah blah blah. And before you know it, like, I see all these devices.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm not too worried. But I wouldn't be a bad idea, I guess, to have just a BNO subnet and then have your other internet just running for, or a guest network, I guess, would be another way to do it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm not too affected by that, honestly. Maybe in a more of a public space, definitely something to consider in a apartment scenario.
yeah, for sure.
But
I mean, if you're looking at like downtown, like New York and stuff, right? Like if since that's your flagship store, Miami, I bet you like half of these people live in apartments. They may be huge apartments, but they're
they're
apartments
apartments.
nonetheless, right? Like you're
Yes.
attached to other people.
Yeah, but the bigger the construction, the more void in the ceiling space, the more stuff is ran through it, the less of the likelihood of the connection going through, plus the rebar in the concrete, right? It's much less, but then again, you still have people that are beside you because I understand the connection would be much harder to penetrate through the floors and the concrete than the paper walls that we have dividing us as far as on the same floor. I guarantee you that most of the stuff that I see on mine is maybe a couple for one floor up and below, and then the rest is within the vicinity of the paper walls. Because what is it like between my kitchen and the neighbor? It's 2 sheets of drywall, 6-inch wall, and 2 sheets of drywall, right? To give you
Yeah,
the 2-hour wall, and that's that. So
yeah, it's not very much.
mm-mm. Sometimes I wonder how well it's sealed too. But
Enough
I'm
to meet
hoping to
code,
never.
not any better.
And that's the thing, right? And everything is built to the code, which is the minimum standard requirement. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm used to when I was working with B&O and also in architecture back in the day.
I mean, is
The
your
codes were
building
better.
built as like luxury living or just
They call it the luxury apartments. I don't know what's luxurious about it. The fucking barbecue that you can use till 11 o'clock at night, and that's it. Like there's no pool. There's a little bit of garden. I don't care for. For me, the utility and the gym, I could care less about. But there is nothing that I utilize. I utilize the parking stall. I like the heated parking because right now, looking outside, it's fucking snowing sideways. And not looking forward to the drive on Monday to tell you that. But I'm going straight downtown. I don't think I'm gonna even go to the office. And that's all I care, man. I would never want to have the car street parked in Montreal because you get it fucked up by either the snow plows or somebody that slides into you or tries to parallel park and they back up by the feel. And yeah, it's not fun.
yeah,
Not
or you
fun.
get broken into. In these Canadian
I
car
don't leave shit.
YouTubers, was it
Yeah, I don't
Frontal
leave
House?
anything.
I think they like they were robbed twice by just being stationary filming something in Montreal.
Yeah, I don't leave anything in the car, but work van is a little different. At least the windows are tinted, but I cover everything up, right? Like I got a couple, like my main tools are with me all the time, but like the screw bits and all this shit that you don't carry with you all the time. I just throw a big tarp over it. There's a ladder in there. Fuck off. So far, knock on wood, I haven't had an issue. But I don't bait my car per se, right? To just leave shit on the front seat and whatever. And same with my Audi. I don't leave anything inside it. Like if there's at the most there's a couple empty bottles of Perrier in the back seat on the floor, but that's about it.
You can have my trash.
Yeah, I don't have anything in there. I don't carry change, parking change in it, nothing. Fuck off. Because you never know. And yeah, it's not good in Canada, that's for damn sure. Things are getting a little more savage than that's one of those things also that I've been contemplating. I was supposed to go to Montreal, I mean to Toronto to do those 90s and 50s and retune the whole harmony thing and whatnot. And I'm kind of backpedaling on it. I don't really feel safe making a decision of going to visit Toronto because I would want to leave with my car, not on a fucking train.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not the fact that you just park the car and they steal it. They pull your ass out of the car and steal it.
Yeah.
In under a gunpoint, and in Canada we don't really have much for weapons other than the criminals, so you can't even legally you are not able to defend yourself. So I'm not even gonna chance and take the risk to go out there and fuck around, find out.
Also, trains in North America aren't exactly pleasant.
No, they're not. They're not.
Unless you get one of these cabins for overnight stuff, it's pretty much all awful compared to Europe.
Well, Europe is years and decades ahead of the train infrastructure and system altogether in quality of travel than what it is in North America altogether.
I mean, the one thing, the last time I took a train here was near Chicago, right? Like, and you have the L, which is goddamn terrible, but I took an actual regular train. And the one thing that surprised me was how small the seating arrangement was. Like you had two benches facing each other, right? Seems normal enough. I sit down, my knee was like that far from the bench in front.
Sit like knees like this.
Yeah. And it's like that's not too bad, right? If you know each other, but if it's rush hour and a bunch of people you don't know, like that's uncomfortable as hell.
Yeah, that's a little bit too close for the personal space. I don't know. I'm not a biggest proponent of public transit. I've never really liked it. And since I bought the car 20 something odd years ago, I try to stay away from it. I've done it here more or less like a safari ride, right? When I go take the metro and but it's not something that I would necessarily put up with every day, especially when the metro's down because it fucking rained. Now the tunnel's flooded or something, or somebody jumped on the tracks and now don't because there's loads of sensors, so they stop the whole metro system. Or there's a strike like there was the entire month of November when they only ran for a few hours in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Fucks people right up. And yeah, so I'm not into that. I'd rather drive and cuss around a block 3-4 times before I get to park my car, but not anymore. I'm not. So like my work doesn't permit it. I can't just go and take a fucking metro with all my tools and shit. You kidding me? No. It's not gonna work. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I'm just waiting for the premiere to show up because I really want to give it a listen. Does the Tampa have it or no? Not yet. Did you go?
There's no store in Tampa. I think there's an installer somewhere, but I don't know where.
Where is the closest B&O shop?
Orlando.
Oh, the Orlando one, right? Well, we'll go there for a trip.
Oh, for sure. It's a very nice. I think you'll be surprised at how it looks. It's a very nice store. It's not the store you would expect it to be. Also for how new it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not in. How to put this? It doesn't have the B&O straitjacket on.
Mm.
It's very much its own kind of store, and it's very different to the Miami store. Like
well, Miami's a new design, cut and clean, right? And it's a little bit compressed, I guess, from what I've seen.
Sure, but the Orlando store is maybe 2 years old now.
Okay.
Something like that. It's like
how many salespeople do they have? Do you know?
2, 3.
So it's not a small shop. Like by any means, I guess.
Well, they're not there all at the same time, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was walking through the back, and they were still working on like Beogram 3000s and old phones and an Overture and stuff like that, and they still fix that there. Like their repair guy just apparently knows all the old stuff as well, so that's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were working on some Pentas and Lab 1s in the back.
Lab ones, I'd be interested in what they were doing with it, because there's really nothing. I wonder actually if that company would be able to fix them, or somewhere where they can just redo the boards.
It's old enough at this point that it's probably big enough that it's not too hard, right? It's not all micro.
Mm-hmm. Or nano per se, for God's
Yeah.
sakes, if we go that crazy. But yeah, that's 25 years ago or 26 years ago, because they came out in what, 1999 or 98? I don't remember exactly, but I know they were before 2000. Because that's the first book that I've got from B&O was 2000, the year 2000, the big catalog with and the Lab ones were already there. Still a fucking huge
like
speaker.
That. Well, it's also like, was it the tweeter is Class D and then the rest is AB, right?
Yep. Same like the 9s, that they were still toying with the idea of the Ice Power amps till they went full digital afterwards. I think what was the first full digital speaker? I would say 18, 19, 17, and 20.
And the 12. The 12 was before all
And
those.
the 12, yes. The 12 was fully digital. That was the first one.
Yeah, everybody sleeps on the 12s.
I know, man. They just like slipped under the radar so hard. But they are beautiful speakers.
They were the Class D and RJ45 PowerLink, I think the first of everything.
That was the first of everything, yeah. That was the first of its kind to have the RJ45 replaced by from DINs.
Yeah.
Even and the also, line input was RJ45, which was unheard of back then, because it was always an RCA jack, right?
Yeah. And there were universal power supply.
Mm-hmm. That was great. That was a groundbreaking speaker for the time, or of its time.
Well, I think everybody sleeps on it because they were only ever matched with the
BB12
1265, right?
Mm-hmm. But also, it was one of the first speakers that I've heard of and seen that was collaborated on with an artist, which was the Mia Ando, right? When she did all the anodizing, that was the first time that B&O did.
Which was one of the questions.
Nice. So yeah, that was the Lab 5s were digital.
So,
but I don't know if were they completely first, or Lab 3s were first then. Because Lab 3s were also digital.
Yeah.
And I think they came out before the 5s, no?
I don't remember.
I don't remember anymore. But yeah, good point, Ed. It's Lab 5s would be the first digital speaker.
Somehow the old DIN ports seem non-digital, even though it doesn't really fucking matter. It's just a form factor.
Wow, but yeah, Lab 5 was the first digital speaker, because also it took the RCA SPDIF output from the 9000, and the volume was controlled through the data port on the power link. And then it had its own DAC to process the sound from the 9000, basically the same way as I have my 90s connected, except I don't have the controllability via PowerLink for volume. I have to use the Halo remote to do that.
According to AI, BeoLab 3's launched January 2004.
Okay, so they were after the 5s.
Yeah, and the 5s were 2003.
So yeah, that was the first digital speaker. Yeah, because I remember people were shitting on it that it's not audiophile because it's digital.
Well, it's also not so hot because it's digital.
Yeah.
I mean, 2,500 watts of AB amps, you need way more cooling than the 5s could ever give.
Oh, yeah, there's no way.
Also,
There's
there
no
would
way.
be enormous space heaters beyond looking strange, right? Like your room would just get too warm.
You would have to ventilate those electronics at this point. You couldn't have it all sealed inside the cabinet with the woofers and shit. Like, there's no way with a big 15-inch woofer on the bottom, like, because that also warms up too, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, good point, Ed. We were moved on from the old yesteryears of the DIN plugs. But yeah, the Lab 12 was the first digital speaker that had the RG45 connection on everything, and the first universal voltage one. Because before that, yeah, it was a well, you just had to know which pin, like the little jumper, to swap over on the threes to make them from 110 to 240, 120 to 240. It's a bit different on the fives, I believe, but you just swap the fuses, and there is something else. Yeah, you swap it. There is also a voltage swapper. But BeoLab 8000s, you had to change the fucking power supplies. So
Yeah.
did the 9000, I believe, as well. That's old funds of yesteryears.
It's nearly that time, but just I bet you this ends Cyber Monday or whatever they call it, or maybe tonight. So if you want,
Well, tomorrow's Cyber Monday. I think tomorrow they're gonna push more crazy if they do anything.
So if you want to keep an eye out for any of this, if you want any of it, like an Emerge for €700 is pretty good.
That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, that's launch price again, which is what, 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I still want to try like stereo pair Emerge with the BeoLab 11. But I'll need some equipment to be unpacked for that in order to do it.
Well, you need a BeoConnect core.
Somewhere down there. Fuck. Storage. I have 3 storage lockers now, for the love of Christ.
So yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a very good week. We'll see you all next
week. Yeah. We should be back. No problem. Unless you got somewhere to be run. I don't think so.
Not that I'm aware of, but otherwise,
December 7th, I guess.
Yeah. I hope you get a good Sinterklaas gift to all the Dutch people.
There you go.
And come join our Discord and buy Willie.
See you next week.
In the meantime, and we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Bye.